This is Muckspout.
Welcome to Muckspout Podcast. This is Darren.
And I'm Eric. So today we're going to continue on our list of 40 things that 90s kids will remember.
Part 2.
Yeah. If you're keeping count, I have no idea where we're at.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's even 40 of these in the end. But
just trust us.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Honestly, this is going to end up on YouTube at some point, and 40 is a good number. I mean, people like numbers. So the first one that comes up on this shoddy list is shouting "Run, Forrest, run" at any given opportunity.
Nope. I didn't even like Forrest Gump. I'm going to say it right now.
You know,
did not even like the movie.
I enjoyed Forrest Gump, but like it's not.
It was okay.
It's not even like a movie that I've ever rewatched or cared
Everybody was so in love with that movie like it was a classic, and I have never gone back to watch it in my life. Watched it one time. It was good enough. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
And I remember some things.
I mean, like Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks was already awesome before that.
Tom Hanks is amazing.
Like he's been amazing since before Big, even.
Right. Exactly.
So
that didn't make Tom Hanks. And Forrest Gump though is like the Run Forrest Run thing. I can remember maybe one person saying it.
I'm sure, like we were in high school at the time, so I'm sure like around the track or something.
Yeah, probably like a little joke.
People
Run,
probably
Forrest,
said it,
run. Yeah.
But still,
I think they're overstating it here. Bad list guy.
Yeah. So the next one,
or girl, I don't know,
falls even worse for me is watching Titanic until you can recite every line. I'm going to admit right now that I've never seen Titanic all the way through.
Okay, let me ask you: have you seen the second tape, or the second disc?
No, I definitely.
Okay, when my dad rented that movie, I stayed away from the first half. I didn't watch the first tape. I remember it was on VHS. I didn't watch the first part because I knew that the boat doesn't sink until the second part. And I watched the second part, and that part I actually enjoyed. And not because of, because
it was killing all those terrible characters they created.
Yeah, basically. No, because there was action and there was something there. Do I give a shit about him drawing the chick naked or their love affair? Nope. So, and I don't think I have watched that since. So maybe once I watched it afterwards. But
it's not even one, so we just talked about Forrest Gump. If I hadn't seen Forrest Gump and it just came up on this list, I'd probably be like, you know what, I need to put that on my list and finally watch Forrest Gump. But I've seen it. Mm-hmm. But Titanic, I ain't seen it and I don't care.
Yeah, I'm with you. Right now, I'll tell you this: if you wanted to pick a '90s movie for us to watch and live stream or something, I would go Forrest Gump way over Titanic. There's no way. Maybe the second disc, I don't know, but
nobody's asking for that. But.
Yeah, thank God. But I mean, I just don't. I never got it. Maybe it's. I still don't get why Rose was such a bitch and just let him die. Whatever.
So. Trying to rub candy necklace indents off of your neck. I never wore a candy necklace in my life.
Nope. No.
I've eaten them. Somebody gave me one before, and I ate it because I'll eat anything, especially if it's sugar.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this right now: that never made my neck. You just took the thing and you would just kind of.
Wouldn't that be all wet and gross and elastic on your neck?
Yeah, and you would just start eating it. It was just hard candy.
Just bit them off and then broke your fucking teeth.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was stupid. It was like a way to floss and eat, though, at the same time, kind of. But, but otherwise, horrible.
Blowing your allowance on Beanie Babies.
Nope.
That never happened.
No, I can't say. I remember the Beanie Babies.
My sisters had some Beanie Babies, and I remember, Beanie Babies, became big after, I don't know how long they were out before they became big, but, almost immediately, they were, crazy expensive.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And if you didn't sell in those first few years, they're worthless now.
Yeah, because they were just little stuffed animals. First of all,
there was no real demand.
There was no. They created their own demand.
And they were only worth anything while there was that short demand.
Right, but I do remember McDonald's when they had the Beanie Babies, the teeny Beanie Babies, and you couldn't get a goddamn hamburger because the fucking drive-thru was packed because of people wanting Beanie Babies. It was ridiculous. It was.
So I have one Beanie Baby, and I still have it, and somebody gave me a Canada one.
Okay, yeah.
Because I was a hockey fan.
I actually have one of Ireland.
Oh, there you go.
An
That's
Irish
cute.
one, yeah. So, yeah.
So we keep going. We have the League of Nations. We need to get some more hosts on this bitch.
I know.
All right, so the next one is thinking Lindsay Lohan was the coolest. This was definitely a list made for girls. Should have vetted this better before we started. I never had a thought on Lindsay Lohan other than that.
Later on in the 2000s, when she got older, then you thought about Lindsay Lohan for a little bit.
But back then, like when she was like in that Parent Trap.
Yeah. But I mean, was Herbie Fully Loaded in the 90s? I mean, what did Lindsay Lohan do besides Parent Trap back then? I don't even remember.
I'm not even going to look it up.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, thinking you were hardcore because you listened to grunge music. I never thought I was hardcore.
No, I didn't have any hardcore feelings.
I did enjoy grunge music because, like, Nirvana and, you know.
Soundgarden.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there was.
I didn't get into Pearl Jam.
In the 90s, yeah. I mean,
now I can listen to it, but
yeah.
then I didn't care.
I will say that, like, grunge was cool. Like, everybody was, you know, that was like, I mean,
like
everybody was wearing flannels.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you, one of the best fashion trends of all time was just flannels. Like,
And jeans.
it was cheap. Everybody had it going, you know, and you were in and out, you know. Long hair back then, I didn't have it, but most people.
Okay, so I don't even know what this means. Trying to recreate Brandi Chastain's sports bra moment.
Oh, Brandi Chastain.
Chastain.
And that was that in the 90s? That was when they won
99 in the FIFA.
Oh, okay. Wasn't the Olympics or something? Or the
FIFA World Cup.
FIFA World Cup and the US won.
Oh, she took off her shirt exposing her sports bra.
Right. And I don't remember anybody ever trying to do that, like, afterwards. Like, I don't remember.
I mean, people just wear
I'm fine
basically
with it. Yeah.
People basically just wear sports bras exercising now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like,
But
I see this
honestly,
picture here and I don't even think anything of it.
Yeah. Back then, I guess it was a big deal. I remember there was talk, like, oh, she took her shirt off or something. And, like, I don't know.
Boomers.
Yeah. Boomers.
Playing Nintendo Game Boy when you should have been outside in the fresh air.
I'll be honest.
I never owned a Game Boy.
I never had a Game Boy either. I had a Game Gear, if you remember later on. But never had a Game Boy. And I was...
It was a great little system that, I mean, was a precursor to everything that came out after.
I'll tell you this. Actually, one thing that I remember from the Game Boy was that they had to have like an external. You had to put like this fucking magnifying glass thing.
There was a magnifying glass thing for it,
to make it bigger, which means that the thing was badly made.
Like you didn't have to, but
but it made it. Yeah, it made it much better. And then also it was like, what were the colors? Green and black. I mean, like it was like
the Game Boy Color came out later.
Yeah,
where you had like another two colors.
Right,
like,
exactly.
It wasn't like playing an NES at that point.
So I mean, it was the precursor to handheld gaming, which kind of has died now. So, but I mean, I remember people playing Tetris and stuff like that on there. I mean, it was cool for its time.
Yeah.
But I spent my life outside.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
like,
I mean.
Like, we played some video games, but most of the time we were out fighting bears in the woods.
Right, yeah. I remember the bear fighting.
Yeah. The next one on the list, and this was definitely a list made for women, so we aren't going to really have much to comment on here, except that asking your stylist for the Rachel, which was Jennifer
Aniston's cut, and I do remember a lot of people wanting the Rachel or wearing that Rachel.
Which is almost like been shortened and turned into the Karen now.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But Jennifer Aniston rocked that thing. And she's still rocking some...
I don't think she's even changed her hair since. But yeah,
she's still... I mean, yeah, everybody wanted it because she looked good and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, the Rachel was a big thing. And, in the 90s, that was...
So earlier we talked about the Run, Forrest, Run. And there might have been another thing that came up.
Titanic.
So this one, saying "you got it, dude" as often as humanly possible. I do remember that.
Was that
so
was
the Tanner kid?
Tanner, yeah. Was that which one
Michelle?
said you? Was it Michelle that said "you got it, dude"? Yeah.
Well, there was only one on the show. They were both on the show, but there was only one character.
Yeah.
So
okay,
it was Michelle, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
That and ice cream. Like.
Yeah. I mean, that was big.
Those were.
I mean, like, and that was a huge show.
Yeah.
I mean, like anything, this goes into pop culture.
Okay, so the next thing is watching the O.J. Simpson trial on the news 24/7, which that might have been like the first thing that was broadcast basically 24/7.
Yeah.
I mean, like that made cable news probably.
It really did.
time.
Court TV was huge then. Like
Yeah.
that was when Court TV came out of nowhere, and it was crazy because like we'd never seen anything like that. Like where we got that much access to anything like that.
It's almost like back in the day when presidential elections, like you would hear them speak and debate on the radio, but like you might go through an entire election without knowing what this potential president's going to look like, and then all of a sudden there's TV. It's like there's been big trials and stuff forever, but like now it's.
But then this was the
there's
trial.
literally
of the
a camera
century.
like showing it as it's happening.
Yeah, it was
Like a freak show,
so-
and now it doesn't really seem all that unusual. But having lived
Right,
through
but
it,
what should it? I mean, back then there was a lot of debate. Should it have been?
Yeah.
Like, should we be getting this much access? Should we be, showing that much? So it was really weird and kind of like for a kid, but like teenagers and stuff like that.
it was on all day.
Yeah, we were like just pissed. Like, oh my god, fucking OJ.
Yeah,
Like,
more
like
OJ,
yeah. Like, does anybody care he killed a woman? All right,
The exciting car race is already
Yeah,
gone.
like,
And
yeah,
all he did
exactly.
was escort him home.
Right, yeah. And then the glove don't fit. If the
Yeah.
glove don't fit, you must have quit.
That was clever.
Yeah, it was. Johnny Cochran.
Yeah.
He knew how to get a murderer off, I'll tell you.
And then
and he got him to be not guilty.
all right, so the next one is swapping friendship bracelets with your BFF. Remember when we did that? Okay, yeah, that never happened. But I do remember that being a big thing. Like
Friendship bracelets were huge.
girls
People-
would come to school with like kits of friendship bracelets, like boxes of them.
Yeah, and they would make them for everybody, every friend that they had.
I'm sure somebody made me one at some point.
Oh, I had one, I'm sure.
I can't think of whatever I ever did with it. I never
yeah.
wore it for sure.
Yeah, thanks, Jerry. I didn't even know it, Jerry.
Okay, and this one I can say I'm pretty sure neither one of us were into, but driving your parents nuts by playing the Macarena nonstop. No.
Never got that.
I remember it being a huge thing.
Yeah.
But I've never even done that like at a wedding.
I have never done that dance, no. I didn't just... The only thing I can remember from that whole Macarena thing was Dr. Evil doing it.
Yeah.
Tick, tick, tick,
Yeah.
tick, tick, tick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
So
just...
the next thing, learning about oral sex from the Bill Clinton affair. I
That
mean,
is
like,
how I learned about oral sex.
I feel like
No, it wasn't. But
as
yeah.
a preteen boy, there had to have been jokes about oral sex.
Yeah,
Like,
that was... There wasn't... It wasn't like I was like, wait,
yeah. Wait, what were they doing?
the president? God, his wiener sucked? What?
She did what?
Why?
with-
Why?
Yeah. I feel like that wasn't. Really,
Why was her dress stained?
Maybe this was for girls. Maybe that was the thing. But rocking handlebar streamers on your bike. That was a
Okay.
girl thing.
That was another girl thing.
Wait, were you about to say that you did that?
No, I was just gonna say that's another. That was but a lot
The
of
guys,
girls, a lot
guys,
of
they
girls
put
did
the
have
cards in their.
in the spokes,
spokes,
yeah,
yeah,
so it would
that's-
make a noise like you're
so you could
driving.
hear 'em
Yeah,
coming.
so you would waste like your rookie card of Frank Thomas,
Yeah.
so that you could hear your bike go.
Uh,
Yeah, it was really
How annoying.
ridiculous. Yeah, really stupid.
okay, so hearing Seinfeld jokes everywhere. Everybody
Yeah.
kind of become Seinfeld, huh?
Yeah, I mean it was Seinfeld was huge.
Yeah.
I mean everybody loved Seinfeld back then. It was number one show even when he left. I don't remember making all that many jokes.
I
on
remember
Seinfeld,
people, and I'm
but
sure
I do
that we
remember-
even like mimicked his stand-up.
Yeah. What's the deal? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody was doing that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and there was jokes off of the Seinfeld stuff, like what Kramer would do, or what
The
was-
soup Nazi stuff was
Soup Nazi
no soup
was
for
huge.
you. That was
yeah. I mean, there was a lot of stuff
Yeah.
actually. That show was just great.
so. I don't know. Apparently, people started dressing like Alicia Silverstone and Clueless. That was a thing.
I never saw it.
I don't really pay attention to fashion trends. I still dress the same way I dressed back in the
Yeah,
90s.
that's true. That's
T-shirt and jeans. Mourning Princess Diana. That was huge. I mean, mourning, I never got into that. But
I never got into that.
I mean, I wasn't
I never got into the whole
I've never followed
caring about somebody's death.
What if people die all the time and I don't cry for them? It sucks for them.
Sorry. I will say this. I can remember it being a huge deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal. I remember the candle on the wind and stuff.
Yeah, and I also remember that I was mad because Mother Teresa died not that long afterwards, and there was like
cared.
nothing. It was like silence. Nobody gave a damn.
Yeah, I never really got into like the royal.
But I never really
things.
got into the whole thing with Princess Diana.
I mean, that's a bummer. That sucks. I don't mean that sounds really insensitive.
Yeah,
but
yeah. This is his morning, folks.
So you could probably relate to this one. Lusting after Zach Morris.
This must have been written by a man for sure.
Dude, I remember. Okay, so this might be
Kelly.
This might be rewriting history, but I remember thinking that Zach Morris's phone was ridiculous back then.
Yeah, I think Zach's phone was huge even at that point.
Yeah, like it was already a little absurd.
You know what I could never get about Zach was the how they never explain how he froze time. You know, like all of a sudden it would be like, whoa, let me talk about this, and it'd be like, what the hell's going on with Zach? Like, but I mean, girls, I guess, liked him. I don't remember. Like, I'm sure he was a big thing, but I don't remember any.
People always liked what's his name, Mario Lopez.
Yeah, AC Slater.
And they still do. Like,
yeah,
he's still a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, you have a poster up on your wall of AC.
Yeah, you talking about inside my closet door?
Yeah. Next to the lube. So, I mean, yeah. But no, and I do remember guys, because we were that loved Kelly.
Yeah.
You know, Tiffany Amber Thiessen was...
Oh.
Yeah.
So, busting out the slip and slide. I never had a yard that could support a slip and slide.
Yeah, I do remember having a knockoff of the slip and slide one year, and it was a banana. It was like this banana that shot the water.
Like your yard was like bumpy and full of like
it was
tree
horrible.
roots and stuff.
It was horrible. We went on it like 2 times.
And mine was like crazy steep. So like
for us, that wasn't really that big of a thing, and I don't even think it was like that big of a thing. I mean, I remember slip and slide. I remember the one commercial for, I think it was Crocodile Dive, where it was like, you
Crocodile
run,
Mile?
You slide,
was it dive?
You hit the bump and take a dive.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I remember that. But
all right, so Double Dare, that was huge.
Yes, and just in general, 90s
Nickelodeon TV.
Nickelodeon TV was sweet, and I was thinking about this the other day. Any 90s game show for kids was something where they basically tried to kill the children. Like it was like the Legends of the Hidden Temple or Funhouse or like where you
I really liked
basically
Funhouse.
Oh yeah, nobody ever talks about that.
They don't.
Yeah,
I hear people talk about Legends of the Hidden Temple all the time.
Yeah, but Funhouse was great. JD Roth.
You remember also was JD Roth also? Yeah, he did the video game one.
Yeah.
But like they would do like
Google JD Roth, people.
This is the last thing on the list, so I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Actually, one thing about JD Roth that I can say right now before even pulling it up is that he produces a lot of TV that you see today.
Really?
Yeah, you'll be surprised.
He was a redheaded dude that he was a good host. I remember that. And Funhouse, did everybody not get Funhouse maybe? Or like, I don't know. I remember it was on Channel 9 in our area. It had to be
Game Pro TV.
Game Pro TV, yes.
Now, so dude,
you don't want to know what's sad?
Huh?
Did you see that JD Roth is the same age as us?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, you're older than JD Roth.
So the last time I noticed his name was because I'm a huge fan of Bar Rescue, and he actually is a producer on Bar Rescue.
Oh, man, he did Masters of the Maze, too.
Yeah.
Another 90s kill children show. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Biggest Loser.
He did Biggest Loser?
He was the narrator for it.
Wow.
So, yeah, he's
Good job, JD.
He
really had a hell of a career.
He's flown under the radar, but he's stayed
We're bringing him
relevant.
up to prominence right now, though.
Yeah.
This is gonna make JD Roth's career.
The only time anybody's gonna hear this is when one of us finally peaks and like somebody's like, "Oh, that guy's all right," and then somebody's like, "I bet he's not though." Yeah. Then they'll pull up this episode.
Yep.
And then next thing, our careers are over, and we can't even get hired at Jewel, which is not nationwide.
No, that's true. Yeah, Albertsons.
Yeah, Albertsons. If you're out of
if you're out of different areas.
I guess that was 40 things. I
Yeah.
don't know. There was no number.
There was. I mean, there was another episode before this that probably had 37.
Yeah, then we just talked about 3 episodes.
Yeah, but it was that was a horrible list.
It was a terrible list.
Yeah. Well, he should do more lists.
We made the most of it.
Yeah, we're gonna probably try another list another time.
Yeah, it might
Maybe
even
we'll
be,
do an '80s list.
Might even be
Maybe.
another 40 things from the '90s.
It could be another
good
40.
list.
Yeah. Maybe not from just a 4-year-old girl's perspective.
Yeah.
Like this one was.
We might step out of our comfort zone
and try that. Yeah. I mean, the list didn't even talk about Magic Johnson having AIDS.
No, we could talk about that for hours.
Yeah.
He's still alive too.
I know. Yeah. Like what, did we forget this? That was a huge thing. But no, we didn't put that on the list because
AIDS in general.
Oh yeah.
Like in the '90s, AIDS was huge.
Yep. Not on the list though. Not on the 40 things that we remember.
No.
As we're talking right now, we're not remembering this. No. Polly frickin' Pockets and Capri Sun.
No more AIDS because we don't have time for 41 things.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Check out muckspout.com. Just find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Pornhub. Yep. See you there.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe and look for us on social media.